I really think that it's just gonna be laggy today. That sucks. Hello. I am back. I apologize for that. Let me minimize this and see if that helps. Let me see. Did I lose you all? Well, it says I'm streaming. Oh, no, I was going to come back. I was not going to leave you guys in the lurch. So, yeah, no. I did reboot. Let's see if that helps. Sorry. My bad. So it does seem to be better. I don't know. It's like crazy. Stupid computer. That's why I was like, I'm gonna get a completely separate computer for streaming and videos and things of that magnitude. So well, I'm not gonna say we're not gonna have to worry about this anymore, but I'm hoping we won't have to worry about it anymore. So that is the next goal, is to get that daggum computer. So yeah, I think it's gonna still buffer a little bit, and you may want to try hitting F5 to refresh your browser if you haven't done that. Like if you didn't close the browser when I turned it off and then now turning it back on, try F5 and see if that works. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get everybody all buffered up and stuff. Hi Miss Jody from Texas. Hello. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but that was the other thing. Sometimes YouTube does cut up. It happens. Yeah, no, and I don't think it's like you, because now it's giving me a yellow for my streaming. So it lets me know that it's not a good, streaming signal, which should not be the case, but it's all right. We're going to try and make this work, and if not, I may have to cut out a little bit early today. So I wanted to share with you all what happened to me today. It actually started yesterday, but it came to a pretty big head today. And I was trying to get some work done because I have been completely slammed this week. I have so much work, it's crazy. And hello, RK Barnes from Florida. I reduced my quality the last time, and it definitely helped. That's why it's the last few streams have been really good, but today the only thing I changed was the software that I'm using. So maybe that's what the problem is. Not 100% sure, but I'm not showing like buffering on my end, so that's why I'm just like, we're gonna have to try and see if we can't make it work. But while I was working today, what I noticed was I was in the middle. Oh, and hi Nancy Johnson. Yes, you finally you finally made it, and welcome. Thank you for coming in today. I was wow, Overland Park, Kansas. Well, welcome Vicky C and Miss Indiana Girl, Valerie Hill, welcome. I appreciate it. Oh, and for those who ordered mugs, your mugs have gone out. So I look forward to you receiving those. And to show you guys, I did get mugs in. So we have our new Happy Embroidering mugs. If you would like to receive a mug, I'll put a link in the description box below so that you can get one. So I'm really excited about that. However, I was doing some work, and while sewing, everything was going swimmingly in the studio. I mean, I had Blessing humming, I had my other machine humming, then I had this one humming. Everything was going great. I had my music blasting. It was lovely yesterday. But at one point while I was working, something told me to pay attention to Blessing, my big machine. And when I turned around and looked at the machine, I saw white on the embroidery, and I was using a dark colored thread, but I saw bobbin thread coming up from the bottom, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, time out. You know, I stopped the machine and I was like, what in the world is going on? Because I keep up with my maintenance on my machines. I'm really a big stickler for maintaining my machines. One of the things with the 6-needle machine is you have to put a drop of oil in that machine, in the bobbin case, every day. Every day. Before you use it at all, it has to have a drop of oil. And I do that when I don't forget. But usually I don't forget. I'll go ahead and do it because the screen even tells you when you turn it on for the first time during the day. So I knew I had cleaned out the bobbin case because I do that before I put the drop of oil. I double checked the thread and making sure that it was threaded correctly on the top. Checked the bobbin, put in a fresh bobbin, still showing bobbin thread. Put in a new needle, still showing bobbin thread. And I'm like, okay, I was about to get angry at this point, and just so happens another Facebook group that I'm in, they were discussing machine maintenance, which is part of the reason why I decided to do this topic and what I was going through. So when I followed her instructions on cleaning out up under the plate, the needle plate on the big machine, which I didn't even know I could do that, I took it off and it was fine. It was clean. So that was like, okay, see, I've checked everything. And for one of the tips to let you guys know, when you are embroidering and you see nesting or something like that on the bottom side of your embroidery, usually that's a top tension issue. So problem on the bottom, solve it at the top. Problem on the top, you solve it at the bottom. So generally when you're seeing bobbin thread, it's something to do with that bobbin and the bobbin case or something down below, usually. So I took the bobbin case out. I had already changed the bobbin, which I had just put a brand new one in there, so I didn't think that was the problem. And then something said, why don't you adjust the screw on the bobbin itself? Bobbin case, rather. That solved the problem. So notice, the bottom one where you can see all that white coming through, hopefully the camera has focused on it. So the white is coming through and it shouldn't be. I adjusted the screw on the bobbin case and up top, no bobbin thread. Okay. So this is what I wanted to show you guys, because maintenance on your equipment is important. It's paramount. You have to maintain your machines. Okay. So my question to you guys, because I already know what I've been told, but just back and forth feedback, which is the whole point in doing this live, so that we learn from each other. What have you been told about routine maintenance for your embroidery machine, your sewing machine, your 6-needle machine, your 4x4 machine, what have you? Because my routine maintenance person that comes every 6 months to oil, lubricate, and adjust and make changes or whatever the case may be to my machine, he comes every 6 months for me. All right. Yes, and he says a Teflon bobbin washer. I don't know what a Teflon bobbin washer is, so see, we're learning. Now I do use the magnetic bobbins in my embroidery machine. Why I do that, I don't know. They say that it improves the tension in the machine. But maybe that could be the reason for the screw becoming loose in my bobbin, which it wasn't loose before. So, never know. I've always been told to keep the dust and gunk from the friction plates mainly. And see, there's, again, differing of information. Now, I always keep that dust and gunk off. I can't, it bothers me because I know from the embroidery and, you know, the threads going up and down, there's a lot of friction and fraying of your fabric and your thread. So yes, that is of utmost importance. A can of air, which some people don't like can of air, can of compressed air, a lint brush, something of that magnitude you need to keep on hand to keep that thing cleaned out in between jobs, or even, you know, in between every day rather. Miss Brenda Scott says, I have a 14-year-old brother, 2003D, and I clean once a week inside and out. Yes. Yes, pipe cleaner. I've heard of the pipe cleaner as well, Miss Cat. That's a new one. I put it over here to the side. Let me show you something else I found, which I stumbled across this one. This kind of tripped me out because what I was looking for was oil for my embroidery machines and my sewing machine. And you know, the little bottle of oil with the dropper that you get with it. And I was like, okay, well, that's it works, but I kind of wanted something with a long straw, and I didn't want WD-40. And I found this at Lowe's, and it's Miss Cat. I found this at Lowe's, but I thought it was oil, okay, because it says lube. Safari Charlie gun lube, right? Lubes, cleans, protects. Well, when I tried it, I was like, this stuff is too runny. It's not working. This sucks. So I set it off to the side and was like, you know, this isn't what I want. So whatever. And I paid like $8 for this. I was like, okay, whatever. But then what got to me was one day I was just sitting here and I was thinking about my machine and it was acting up. And down in on the 4x4 brother machines, you guys know what I'm talking about, where you drop your bobbin in. So down in the bottom of that, where I put a drop of oil to oil down in the bobbin, it was black when it was coming up. And when the thread goes down in there and it comes back up, well, your thread is black as it's coming back up and being embroidered on your fabric. And that thing had me upset. So I'm like, how do I clean this? All right. So I got Q-tips and I was cleaning, it wasn't working. And then something said, look at this thing. And it says cleans and protects. So I have started using this. So I spray it down in there and I use the Q-tips or rag of some sort with no lint and absorb the oil and stuff that comes up out of the machine with this. And then I oil it immediately. So this was pretty cool. This allowed me to clean my machine, the metal parts and everything. And that's what pretty much what this is for. And it's used for high heat. So, and I passed this through my embroidery, my machine repair guy, and he was like, yeah, you can use that, it won't hurt anything. So I thought this was really cool. So I got this and it been using that to clean my machines because I like to keep them clean regularly. At least once a month I clean my machine. But where did I see that? Brenda Scott, she says she does it once a week, inside and out. You have to keep up the maintenance on it. And it's interesting to see how many people don't know how important that regular maintenance is. And this isn't just for the embroidery machines, it's sewing machines too. So the more, of course, you use it, the more you really should be doing that regular maintenance. And okay, so changing the needles. What are you guys hearing about changing the needles? Okay. Miss Social Deb says, oh, Sylvia. Hi, Sylvia. I'm glad you got on. Miss Social Deb says you have a 10-year-old embroidery Janome. You'll try it with. It's been to the shop twice and still not right. So I bought a new one and kept the old one. Yeah, hang on to those old ones because it could be something very simple that is causing the problem. I have learned that the hard way. Nancy Johnson says, when I am done quilting for the day, I clean out the bobbin area with the brush that came with my machine, then put dust cover on. Yes, the same routine with my embroidery machine. So who actually covers their machines at the end of the day? I keep my dust covers as well. Sometimes I remember to cover them, sometimes I don't, but I do like having my machines covered when I'm not using them, especially. So yes, definitely try and minimize the exposure to dust and dirt as much as you possibly can, because something that simple can cause your projects to fail. you know. Paulette Lee, hello Eve, I made it. I think Bobbin Genie is the same as a Teflon bobbin. Okay. And I'm not sure even what Bobbin Genie is. You guys are telling me something I don't know. So what is a Bobbin Genie? Debbie Kid says, mine required that I oil the bobbin area every 4 hours. That is phenomenal. And honestly, that's a good habit to get into. That's an excellent process, because what you find is, like, that thing back there, 1,000 stitches a minute, right? Can you I mean, really, if I were to turn it on now and let it go full steam, 1,000 stitches, that thing sounds like, you know, industrial noise, you know. And it's like, oh my God, it's working really hard. So it's all that friction and heat builds up. It needs the oil to protect it. So you have to keep your machines oiled, especially if you're doing a lot of embroidery. And I do a lot of embroidery in this shop, so I do keep it oiled. How often do you change your needles? That was the other question. I don't know that I actually asked the question. Miss Debbie Kidd says you do the arms and gears every Sunday. Excellent. And your machine, the better you maintain it, the longer it'll last. That goes for any machine, actually. Cars, you know, especially cars, because we drive them so much. You gotta do the maintenance. Maintenance makes all the difference in the world. Brenda Scott says, I change the needle when I hear that it makes a different sound. I know that's right, girl, because I don't like crazy noises coming from my machine. I get the panicking, like, what in the world is going on? So when that one started acting up and I saw bobbin thread, oh no, it was over. I was like, we are getting to the bottom of this one way or the other. Hilarious. Miss Irene says, hello, welcome Miss Irene. Thank you for joining us today. Sylvia says, I should, but I am always sewing something new. Yes, but you definitely need to try and get some of that maintenance done on a regular basis. Linda Miller says she do cover her machines most of the time. Exactly. Sometimes I forget. Karen Couch. Hi, Karen. I change my needle with each new project, and that's actually what's recommended. In all honesty, that is what is recommended, that you change your needle with every new project. That's easier said than done, especially when you have 6 needles now to change on a regular basis. So yes, you have to keep that in mind. It'll save you a lot of headaches, because when that needle does catch or get a burr, it is frustrating, for lack of better words. And hello, Miss Bonnie Edmondson. I will be sending out your mug today. I did something different with yours, so I will get yours out today, girl. RK Barnes says it's improved on the friction between bobbin and case. Bobbin moves smoother and tension is constant. Is it oil or is it what? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. It's like a little thin plastic disc that goes in the bobbin, right? Seems like I remember that. Is that what that is? I'm pretty sure I know that's what you're talking about. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that's what you're talking about. Miss Cat say, I guess like a car, no oil. Yeah, and it'll seize up too. Man, and you don't want that. You do not want to destroy your embroidery machine, because we all know how much our machines cost. Okay. Debbie Kidd says the service tech comes out every year, but they come from Florida, so it's quite expensive. Yeah, and that's why I like my guy. He's not that far from here, about 30 minutes from my home, so he doesn't mind coming out. But yes, it is definitely a blessing to have him so close, so that he can come to me instead of me having to pack up all the machines and take them to him. Now the bigger machine has, you know, the warranty, so I'll have to take that in for the next couple of years, but for right now he'll come and do my servicing. Miss Cat, you're messing with our bodies. Yeah, we need oil too, right? Big Hemp says, when you change your thread, how do you do it? You have to check for dust between the tension discs. You always tie on and pull through. The slightest dust there can throw off its timing. Mr. Big Hemp, I'm trying to tell you, and I hope I said that Mr. is right. I tried both ways, pulling the thread through and just threading it every single time. Well, I'm here to tell you that the frugal person that I am, when I see that long strand of thread come through and I have to like cut it and throw it away, that does something to my soul every single time. I don't care how much time it's saving me to pull that darn thread through the machine. So I don't tie and pull it through. Most instances, every blue moon, I'll do that. If I'm rushing, I'll do that. But it just, a little piece of me dies inside whenever I do that. So I'm working on that, you know, because I know thread is not horribly expensive and it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I can, ooh, child, when I see that long, oh my God, it's a long strand of thread. I'm like, I could have embroidered something with that. And I know it's a mental thing, but I have to work on it. Miss Sylvia says that is great to do every day, especially if you sew that much. That is correct. And Big Hemp says, run your finger over the needle to check for burrs. My sewing repair guy taught me that. He did teach me. He says you take that needle and you run a fingernail, pinky nail, whatever, over and spin that needle and check for burrs. And he's like, you feel a burr, you take that out. But that's if you have the needle out. If you have the needle in, just go all the way around it and feel for burrs. What needle do you use with vinyl canvas? Miss Linda Miller, I'm trying to tell you, I am a stickler for that 7511 sharp needle. Every time. It's difficult for me to change that because my mind, the way my mind works, I am a creature of habit, so it's difficult for me to remember to change out my needles. So a lot of times I'll even use the sharp with, you know, knits, which I know I'm not supposed to, but sometimes I do because I'll forget to change it. But I still usually stick with 7511. I don't use a bigger needle. Charlotte, hello from Boston, Massachusetts. Great information. Thank you. I appreciate you tuning in, and please share, chime in if you have information as well. This is a back and forth discussion. This is not all about me. Sharon Burdette says, I have a reminder on my phone for monthly maintenance on my embroidery machine. Very good. Excellent. Excellent idea, because like I said, creature of habit, I will forget. I will forget to change and do things, but when I have a problem, it's like, oh my God, I need to do this, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. Thin pad, that's what I thought it was. That's what I thought it was. I have seen that. No, I haven't used it, so I'll have to give it a try and see how it works for me. Now, do you use that on, do you have a multi-needle that you use that on, or are you using that on the 4x4 machine or a single needle machine? Linda Miller, yes, 11 sharp is what Miss Sharon Burdette was letting you know. Thank you. Catherine Keller says, do you use a different needle for metallics or glitter thread? You are supposed to use a metallic thread needle, because the thing with the metallic needle is it has a larger eye to allow greater movement for that metallic thread, because it's kind of picky. All right. Do I use it? No, I don't use a metallic needle for metallic thread needle for my machines. I probably would if I had one and remembered to do it. That's the thing. I don't sew with metallics very much anymore. When I do, that's not usually the first thing I think of is, oh my goodness, I need to change the needle. I usually don't think of that. So I probably should adjust that and go to using it, because from what I understand, it will stitch out much easier. Purple Rosie, curious, is there a right or wrong way to thread the needle? I mean, does it matter if the foot is up or down? Yes. 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 I don't care what machine you're using. I do not care what machine you are using. You have to have the foot up to thread the machine, and I will tell you why. When the foot is down, the machine is basically ready to sew, right? Because that's the whole point. You put the foot down. Well, what happens when you put that foot down is all the tension discs in the machine close around the thread. All right. So that's why you have that tension setting on your machine. So as it's sewing, it's holding on to the thread to make sure the right amount of tension is on that thread as the thread goes through the machine to sew. Well, if the foot is down and you're trying to thread the machine, well, the discs are closed. So because the discs are closed, you can't get the thread in there. So then when you go to sew and you're starting to have all these issues and birds nest up under on the bottom, you're like, oh my God, I don't know what's wrong. I threaded it. It's all in the right area. No, your foot was down while you were threading the machine. How can I sit here and tell you that? Tell me how I can sit here and explain that to you in detail. Because I used to do it, right? I got the embroidery machine when I first got it. I was learning how to use it. I was embroidering things, and it was so frustrating because I'm like, why is this project beautiful? This project did really well, but then when I started this project, it's messing up and I'm skipping stitches and breaking thread. What is wrong with this stupid? And I thought I broke something, you know, and then I just got so really frustrated. I went online one day and I Googled embroidery machine issues, you know, and what popped up was information about threading the machine properly and making sure that that foot was up. Lesson learned. I haven't had an issue since. The only time I have an issue is, and the thing is with the Brother PE 500, SE 400, SE 425, all of those, HE1, all of those embroidery machines where your foot is down and that green light is on, so you're just excited and you snatch the thread out and you go to thread it again without really thinking to let that foot up. So I've made that mistake. I completely get it. So yes, no ma'am, you definitely have to have that foot up, because if you don't, you are going to have a world of trouble, Miss Purple Rosie. I'm trying to tell you, I know from experience. And it was heartbreaking because I suffered with that problem for a good couple of weeks before I actually found the solution. And it was so simple, something so simple, and it made all the difference in the world. Karen Couch, just like you said, on your 770, the foot has to be up to get those tension discs open. That's all sewing machines, okay? That is not just particular to any embroidery machine. All machines have tension discs that you have to have open, okay? Arcade have different sizes for all styles of bobbin, inexpensive, okay? I'll definitely check into that and see if it works. I'll probably try it on the 4x4. I'll probably try it on the 4x4 first before I do it on the big machine, because I'm really particular about messing up anything with that machine. Satara Brown, you are in. Yes, girl. Woo! Welcome. Welcome to our channel. Thank you for coming. Lindsay Mackey, I have a question off topic. I can't talk. What in the world? I'm looking for a tip on how to embroider on silk satin fabric without snagging the fabric. Any help is appreciated. Yeah, that's a loaded question, because of course we all know that silk and satin is very picky. What I would suggest is stabilize. Stabilize, stabilize, stabilize. Even if that means you know, a little bit of the temporary adhesive spray on the outside away from where you are actually doing the embroidery. Stabilize it, and that's more important than anything, is getting that good and stable. Okay, I do not suggest heavy stabilizer, so a lighter weight stabilizer would probably be helpful for you. And you says, hi, Eve Satara from Kansas City, Missouri. Well, hello. I have family out that way. Brenda Scott says, Catherine, I found with the metallic thread, I have greater success using my thread stand, so it has a chance to relax a bit. And yes, I use a thread stand with my metallic as well, so that it comes off straight. And I have a video on that, on glitter thread. So if you haven't checked out that video, definitely take a look at it. Purple Rosie, thank you. Makes so much sense on my PE 770. I can't use my auto threader with the foot up. That is right. That's why. That is why. You cannot use it. That's to stop you from doing it that way. Miss Ethel Warren, welcome. Hi, Eve from Illinois, welcome. I appreciate you being here. Sylvia says, sometimes I take out foot up and take the embroidery foot out too. A lot of times I'll snap, and it's a horrible habit, y'all. Ooh, I almost hate admitting it on camera, but it is what it is. On my 4x4 machine, sometimes once it's done embroidering on that one color stop to change the thread, I'll just pull the thread out the top and keep right on going, and that's not recommended. As a matter of fact, just like Big Hemp mentioned with the multi-needle machine and pulling that thread through, they kind of suggest you do the same thing with the 4x4 machine, where you cut the thread up top and then pull the thread through down from the bottom. They do suggest that. So, you know, whether or not you choose to do it that way is entirely up to you, but a lot of times my foot is down and I'll snatch that thread right out the top, wind it up back on the spool, set it to the side, grab the next one, and go to thread it, and something say look and see if the foot is up, and I'm like, the foot is down, and I lift it up and thread it, you know. But that's not a good habit to be in. So yeah, I have bad habits. bad sewing room habits. Bad sewing room habits. I need to really get out of that habit. I really do. Miss Social Deb, I did that at first too. Live and learn with this embroidery stuff. Yes, we all live and learn. And that's why, you know, for me, this channel is so important, because there are so many of us that, you know, we may not know. She didn't know to let the foot up. How would you know if we weren't here to say, hey, yeah, no, you may want to check that out? Because it's only by chance I Googled and came across that. And that's what saved me, because I was so stressed out. Y'all just, woo, y'all, I was stressed out over that thing. And was about to give up on embroidery. And I am so thankful that I didn't, because I wouldn't have y'all today. I just wouldn't. So I'm glad I figured that, well, found that answer, because I didn't figure it out. I found that answer. And let's see, Purple Rosie, yes, exactly, makes sense. I would either have to hand thread until I have the machine serviced, and yes, which, by the way, he can go ahead and do your regular routine maintenance when he does it. Carol Coleman, hi from Detroit, Michigan. You sound like me when I first got mine. Yeah, it was rough when I first got it. I had to learn a lot. That was a really big learning curve, but I've learned, and I'm passing that on to everyone else, whoever wishes to have it, so that no one else will have to struggle the way I did. That was bad. It was hard. Miss Social Deb, hi, Eve from Illinois. I am from Champaign. Cool beans. Trying to think, I'm not sure exactly where that is, but one of these days I'm gonna head up that way, because I really do need to visit with my auntie up there. Kathy Edwards says, hello, just wanted to let you know that I love your videos. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I am a newbie at sewing and embroidery. I was a little intimidated at first until I saw your videos. You inspire me. Great teacher. Thank you very much, Miss Kathy. I was a newbie at one time. So the thing is, we all have something to learn, and we all have something to gain. I'm sure there's something that you have that you could share with us that I don't know anything about. So, you know, it's a matter of making sure that we're helping each other, and that's my goal. RK Barnes, presser foot always up. Tension is formed when foot is down. If you change tension in the middle of your project, you must put your foot up before changing tension. And that's something I didn't know. I did not know that, Mr. RK Barnes. So as you see, we're all learning, because I'm bad about it. I'll change that tension in a minute and keep right on going. I don't care. So now I will be putting my foot up when I change the tension. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Satara says, so glad to be here. I agree, Eve. I have been embroidering for over 12 years. Cool beans. And each machine has some issues, but this is an issue everyone has. Yes. Yes, ma'am. We all have something that we're dealing with. And maintenance is, you know, a touchy subject, because some people are just not able to deal with the screws and nuts and bolts and stuff. And I was fortunate because I was a pawpaw's baby, so I would hang under my grandfather and my dad and learn to work on things. I would work on cars. I would work on, you know, my dad had me changing thermostats with him. You know, I would take screws out of doorknobs. And matter of fact, my other pawpaw, my mom told me he would tinker and fix with stuff. I have an uncle, he fixes things and works on mowers and things. All of them do, actually, now that I think about it. So I have it in me. I'm curious. Matter of fact, there have been times I look at that machine. I shouldn't do this. I look at that machine back there and I'm like, oh man, I wonder what it looks like on the inside. But God forbid I break something, y'all will see me a hot food mess in here crying and snotting. Yeah, no. So I'm not taking it apart, but the tinkerer in me is like, I really want to see how it works. So learning how to learn the ins and outs of cleaning it and maintaining it was naturally something I was going to do, because even with my car, I know how to change my own oil. I know how to change my own tires and things like that, because that's what I do. I like tinkering with cars. So, you know, it comes naturally to me, but it may not come naturally to someone else. So that's why for me, it was really important. I thought this was an excellent topic, because I know there are others out there who would not even think about attempting to work on their own machine. I'm the opposite. So if I know how to do something and I have the steps to show how simple it is, then I want to impart that. And as a matter of fact, there was a person who posted a video on Facebook today, and I intend to repost that here on this channel on YouTube and let you see. She points out how to do certain things on that 6 needle I didn't know how to do. I didn't know how to do it. And I'm grateful, because I'm like, oh my God, that's a world of difference. So I want other people to be able to see that too. It's a really quick little video, and she told me that I could put it up. So I'm really excited about that. Karen's place for sewing alterations. Girl, I look up to you. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. Love your tips. Thank you so very much, because, you know, I'm impressed with you, man, because I don't do alterations, and people ask me a lot. I took on a hemming job this past week, and it wasn't pretty. So I'm not going to do alterations, but I can do embroidery. I'll embroider all day long. So I look up to you. I appreciate you being here. Big Hamp says, no, I am a Mrs. Oh, well, cool beans. Welcome. Save your threads in a bag. As I do. After a while, you'll have enough to use in projects. Put it between 2 pieces of solvay. Okay, cool. I will definitely do that. Now, I do save my thread scraps, but it wasn't to think to do that, so I'll have to look into that. Thank you. Satar says, yeah, I've been wanting to meet you for a long time. Well, we'll have to get together, Miss Ma'am. I don't mind meeting people. Matter of fact, met someone today. Well, no, I've met her before, but I met her for the first time a couple of days ago, and she came back today. So that was really cool. Lindsay Mackey, welcome. Thanks, Eve. I appreciate you being here. Welcome to our channel. Satara says, top and bottom, water soluble on the top and clear water stabilizer on the bottom. Tearaway, I make lap scarves with satin all the time. Someone asked me about making lap scarves the other day, and I was like, what is a lap scarf? That was new to me. So now that I know what a lap scarf is, that's really cool that you make them. So cool. May have to call you for tips if she calls me again. She may not call me anymore. I don't know. Let me see. I have to scroll. Wow, y'all had a lot of comments. I didn't realize I've been talking that much. I apologize. I'm supposed to be scrolling and reading your stuff, and I'm running my mouth. Sylvia says, yes, always stabilizer. Miss Catherine says, I bought a thread stand last year, and man alive, I can't live without. I know. I love my thread stands. I haven't done metallics yet, but I'd heard about the thread stand with metallics and watch me in another video. Yes, I had mine on the thread stand. I don't play. I love my thread stand. It's a lifesaver. Sharon Blake, hi from Chapel Hill, Tennessee. Hello. Hello. Welcome into the channel. Miss Nancy Johnson, I'm wanting to get a repositional hoop for my PE 525. What would be the largest size that would work, 5x7 or 6x10? If you have the 525, if the PE 525 is the same as the 500, if that's a 4x4 machine, let me know, Miss Johnson, is that a 4x4 machine? Is that what your box says? And then I'll answer your question. Jody Green says you can buy, yes, you can. You can buy 100 Oregon 7511 needles on Amazon for $22. So there's no good reason not to change frequently, and you are absolutely correct. So that is where I get my needles as well, and you can use any of my Amazon links to go through and purchase your needles. Purple Rosie says, okay, now I'm confused. The auto threader doesn't work when the foot is up, which is the right way to thread. You said, right? I mean, I can only use the auto threader with the foot in a down position. Sorry, New. Not a problem with that, dear. With your machine, the auto threader should be working with the foot up. Even if it works with the foot down, that's fine. The thing is, you just have to thread the machine with the foot down, up. So with your foot is up, go ahead and thread the machine. And once you get it down to the needle and ready to thread, then you can drop your foot and thread the machine. Thread the needle. Threading the machine, foot is up. If it works with your foot down, that's fine. Just wait until that time to drop your foot and thread your needle, and then you'll be fine. Sorry. Man, up, down, back, around. I got kind of confused right there. My bad. Jody Green, we're thankful you didn't give up too. I appreciate that. I am. Man, I love embroidery. It's like my all-time favorite thing now. Sylvia Reyes says, thanks for your videos and chats, and room has a lot too. Thank the Lord. I know that's right, Miss Sylvia. I enjoy being with you guys today. And because I was 15 minutes late, technically, we're going to go over by another 15 minutes. Because usually I stop at 8. But I'm going to keep it going today. We're having fun. There's 42 of us in here. And holler to everyone. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. I don't know if my aunties are here. They told me they were going to watch me today. So I hope they are. Hello, aunties. Welcome to the channel. Let's see. Bonnie Edmondson. Purple Rosie. Thread your machine and then lower the foot. Yeah, that's what I... Thank you, Bonnie. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to repeat what you said. But in case she didn't read it, there you go. Purple Rosie says, so lucky to have found you, Eve. I've been learning so much. Thank you. And please, you guys, let me know if there's anything you're interested in. And I can tell you what we got coming up next. And I'll go over that in a minute because I don't want to keep running my mouth again and run up the chat and I'll never see it. Carol Coleman says, and I am still learning. I am too, Miss Coleman. So don't feel bad. Sylvia says, my PC doesn't want to write correctly. It takes so much time. Yeah, try and reboot it before you do something so heavy with your computer, and hopefully that will help. Miss Social Dev says, this is what is so great about this video chat. We can all learn and share. So many of us are self-learners. Yes, we are, because when I got the Brother 4x4 machines, there are no classes for the 4x4 machine. There aren't. So you have to, learn on your own, unfortunately. And a friend of mine was telling me, she was telling me when she got her machine, she went to a local sewing shop and was like, can you do classes for me? And they told her no. Number one, you didn't buy the machine here. And number two, we don't do the 4x4 machine classes. So I was like, wow, that's kind of rough. But I get that because they would be busy all the time, I guess. I don't know. But she was frustrated. So that's why I wound up teaching her and giving her embroidery lessons here. Let's see. RK Barnes, when finished sewing, always leave the presser foot down and swatch under the foot. When sewing, always leave the presser foot down and swatch under the foot. Oh, when finished sewing. Okay. That works. We'll have to look into that. Karen Couch says, I was told the auto feeder can slip down and even fall apart after frequent use. Each time I start my machine, I just put my finger under it and push up slightly. Are you talking about the 4x4 machine? That is the only problem I know of that I've read online with that 4x4 machine is the auto threader. Matter of fact, mine on my very first one did break and I had it removed. But I'm very careful with the ones on these two machines because I don't want them to break. So I have heard that. Linda Miller says, I totally agree with Kathy, you are an awesome teacher. Thank you. I've learned a lot since I started following you. I appreciate this. I really appreciate that, guys, because, you know, the whole point is to spread the love of embroidery, and I love it. So, I mean, it's cool when you can share something that you enjoy with other people who enjoy it as well. And one thing's for certain, when you are frustrated because something is going wrong, it makes it difficult to love it, right? So why not show you how to do something, or why not explain something a little bit better so that you can avoid that stress and enjoy it, right? It only makes sense to me. So that's why we decided to go ahead and get the channel started. And I appreciate you guys letting me know that. That's my self-declared job, is to make sure you guys have happy embroidering. So yes, definitely love doing this channel. Sheila Cushionberry says, I have a question. Lately, when I lower presser foot on my 440, the light stays red and says foot not down. Won't give a green light unless foot is dropped rather aggressively. Honey darling, that sounds like a service call problem. Most definitely, because you shouldn't have to do very much of anything aggressively with any of your machines. It should not take that. Miss Cat says, I'll have to rewatch, but I'm still here. Well, thank you for still being here. I know you're at work, darling, so I'm not about to put any stress on you to make sure that you're watching it while it's going on. Purple Rosie says, oh, okay, makes sense, Bunny Edmondson. Where did it go? Oh, thanks for clearing that part up for me. I'm totally new to all of this. Well, welcome, Miss Purple Rosie. Thank you for getting into embroidery. Don't say we didn't warn you. It is very addictive, and you will be spending money on thread and designs because that's just what we do. Tasha Moore, you and Natalie will be trouble together. She takes everything apart to see how it works. I used to have to teach her to put it all back together. Exactly. That's the way it's supposed to be, little Natalie. You're supposed to be curious. You want to learn and learn how to do things. So it's okay to take things apart, but it's not okay to take things apart without asking your mom first. So make sure you're asking, and mom, let's get some kits that she can take apart and put things together. They do have those type of science discovery kits where she can build things and then take it back apart. So we'll have to look into that. I may have to send her one. Lindsay Mackey, thanks for the advice on the satin, Satara. I will definitely give it a go. Yes, thank you for the advice, because I don't work very much with satin. I have, but I usually don't. So thank you very much. Purple Rosie says, curious Eve, do you use a serger? I have one, barely pulled it out of the box, but I'm totally intimidated. It is a brother. I do have a serger. I have a older Singer serger. I'm pretty sure it's, no, Simplicity. I have a Simplicity serger. I don't really use it because my sewing pretty much for the most part is limited to the bibs, burp cloths, binky leashes, blankets, you know, so I don't do very much work with a serger. I want to do my dresses and sew clothes, so I may pull it out and for that, but it sits covered. I don't, you know, use it like that. Oh, actually the plate on it is broken, so that's the other reason I don't use it. I gotta order another plate and still haven't done that yet. I gotta put that on my to-do list. Sharon Blake, I don't like alterations either. I want to start from the beginning. I know. Oh man, when I tried, oh, it broke my heart. I'm not good at alterations. I can't. That's not gonna work for me. All right, let's see. Let me go back up. Oh my gosh, you guys are talking. This is so cool. I love it. Satara, if I'm going to sell something, I purchased a machine that I could get a warranty on so that I can take it to the shop and not to have to pay to get it fixed. So I am not without a machine for my customers. That is very good, which is why I have 3. My husband, that is my honey's idea, because I only had the one and I was wearing that machine out. And one day, because I was looking at upgrading to a 770, and as I was browsing, because I usually get my stuff used off Craigslist, right? And so I was browsing for one, and I was like, all I find are these 4x4 machines, and I happened to see one at a steal of a price, and I was like, honey, oh my god, this machine is dirt cheap. And he said, get it. you know, because I do so much work. If my machine went down, what would I have? And that made all the sense in the world to me. So I did. I made the leap of faith and went and got another 4x4 machine. And as soon as I got that one, another one popped up on Craigslist, and both of them were brand new practically. So I went on and bought them, and I haven't looked back since. And I'm so grateful to him for that. He let me take that leap, and it has been a blessing, because I have had 2 machines down, and the third was starting to act monkey at one time. So I know all about that. I was so grateful to him. He's a good husband. He really is. Miss Irene says, give Miss Eva a thumbs up. Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Bonnie Edmond says, Purple Rosie, we all have to learn. It's forever changing. Yes, it is. The way I remember is threading the machine foot up and threading the needle foot down, and your auto threader will work. Wow. That's cool. That must have been a while ago, because I've never heard that. That's really cool. Debbie Kidd says, if I have a problem, I can call my tech. Yes, and he will talk me through it. I have taken things apart and replaced circuit boards. That's what's up, girl. Now, see, that's my kind of work. Most of the time, he doesn't have to come out for repairs. I still call mine out because I feel bad. He's taught me so much that I do a lot of the routine maintenance myself. I really do. And I, you know, kind of feel bad when I don't call him out, because I know, you know, that's his income. So I do have him out anyway, and he usually winds up, you know, getting it sounding almost brand new all over again. So he's good, but yeah, I have mine out anyway. And Satara says, check out my website, Embroidery Designs by SB. We definitely will. So you guys check her out, see what she's got going on over there on the World Wide Web. Nancy Johnson says, yes, it is a 4x4. Miss Johnson, I hope you are still here. If you have the 4x4 embroidery machine, you have to understand that the machine is limited to 4 inches in one direction, especially. Okay, so at any one time, you cannot, I don't care what hoop you get or what size the hoop says, you cannot go larger than 4 inches. Okay, so you can go 4 by, I want to say that hoop is 4 by 6.5, I believe, but it's still 4 inches. So even when, because on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken, that hoop says 5 by 7. The hoop might be 5 by 7, but you'll only be able to go 4 inches by 6 and some change. It's not even 7 inches. So the biggest you'll be able to do is 4 by whatever close to 7 that hoop is. No, you can't go any 6 by nothing, because that won't even fit on this machine. So the biggest you'll be able to do is the repositioner hoop that says 5 by 7, but it's really not. It's 4 inches by, I want to say 7, but I don't have the grid with me to, I mean 6.5, but I don't have the grid with me to give that measurement. Brent White says, I thought I saw a tail wagging in the back, but it's just the wind rocking a roll of dark colored paper. Yes, it is. No, Jake is outside. Daisy is outside. No, I'm not fooling with them. No, I'm not going to close at 7. I'm actually going to stay on a little bit longer, Miss Sylvia. Jody Green, I'd like to learn about freestanding lace. Jody Green, are you reading my notes for my videos? Okay, since you mentioned that, this is what we're going to do. We have another sew along tutorial that's coming up. We did the crayon pouch. We are going to do another pouch. It's a little bit bigger. This one won't be for the 4x4 machine. I'm sorry, but it was on request. Okay, so that's why we're doing that video, and I'll be doing that on the brother. But freestanding lace video is coming very soon, actually, and the freestanding lace video will be on the brother 4x4 machine. And if I find a project cute enough, which I have one in mind, but I'm not 100% sure about it, I'll do another one over there in the same video on the bigger machine. So we have the one in the hoop project, another pouch. We're going to do freestanding lace, which I am super excited about. And the other video, I just drew a blank, so I'm going to have to check my cheat notes. for what that's going to be, because I've forgotten. I'm getting old. I'm trying to tell y'all. Ooh. I can't tell you what the other one is yet. Can't tell you that one. I'm so excited. This one is going to be really cool. I can't tell you what it is. I don't want to spoil it. But it is an In the Hoop project. So be on the lookout for that one. It'll probably be, what is this? This is August. It'll probably be the 1st of September before I do this particular video to get us ushered into fall. So I'm really excited about this one. So look forward to that one. Not gonna say what it is. So yes, freestanding lace. I don't think that's this Tuesday. I think freestanding lace will be next Tuesday. So we'll be doing that. If I get it recorded sooner, I may release it sooner. But for right now, Tuesday. Miss Social Deb, love the extracting knife you showed on a recent video. That is my biggest and favorite tip. Girlfriend, when I tell you I was hot because that stupid project felt like it was glued to the bottom of the plate on that machine, and I couldn't get that thing to wiggle no kind of way. I was so livid. And I'm like, there has to be a way to get up under this hoop. That craft knife did it for me. I thought I had one right here to show, but I don't know where it is. But that craft knife was everything for me. And I was like, yeah, everybody needs to know about that. So, you know, thank you. I'm glad it was helpful, and I hope everyone else finds that helpful as well. RK Barnes, threading the needle has nothing to do with tension. Thread has already passed the tension disc, and that is correct. But in times past, it may have made a difference. Not sure about that. Kat says, everyone looking for these solar glasses. One more person asked on my screen. Well, I said if I heard about that solar thing one more time, I was going to scream, but it's okay. I definitely don't intend to be looking at the sun anyways. I'll probably be chilling somewhere. Brenda Scott says, Jody loved doing freestanding lace. Girl, I love freestanding lace. I love it. So yes, will be doing a video on that soon. Kat says, I should have bought and resold. Bought and resold what? You a trip. Satara says, you do an awesome job. Thank you. I appreciate that. Brenda, I have had my machine for 14 years and had to replace the auto threader last year. Great instructions from the place I ordered the part from. Cool. That is cool beans. Karen's place for sewing alterations. I have been embroidering industrial for years, mostly on 12 head machines. Oh my gosh. I just bought my own brother home machine and will be soon purchasing a heat press. So glad I found you. I am not interested in that heat press. I was at one point, but what got me out of it is I found another business really close to me, and I got really close with the owner of it, and he was like, you can come use this heat press anytime. He has the big, huge, you know, cutter machine. Is like huge, man. And matter of fact, he's probably watching. I hope he is. I'm talking about you, Justin. But Justin has the really huge, and he does signs, he does building signs, he does car signs. So he has the really big cutting system, and he also has the really big heat press. And he was like, anytime you want to use it, come use it. I'm like, bro, that's what's up. So I have a business connection where I don't have to buy, you know, the heat press myself, thank God. Because when I was looking at prices, I'm like, okay, I'm tired of spending money. I am blowing my bank buying different things to do the embroidery, and it can be expensive by the time you start buying all the parts and stuff. Because I even have another hat hoop that I'll be doing a video on as soon as I get it, and that hat hoop is pricey. But when I tell y'all it's worth it, I know it's gonna be worth it. I can feel it down in my bones, and I'm super excited about getting it. But I gotta get the money together to go get that part, man. It's just crazy, because I'm trying to tell y'all that hat hoop is $750. But as many hats as I do, I know it'll come in handy for my business, but I just gotta save up to get it. So that's how it is sometimes, you know. But that heat press, I wasn't trying to hear it, so I'm not gonna be doing the heat press when I got my buddy Justin looking out for me. Arcade Barn says auto threader use gently so that you don't stretch your thread. And I say that all the time. I don't play that. Don't be slamming stuff on my machine. And that's what breaks machines. So that's why I'm like, no, you have to be careful when you use your machine. You gotta baby it. Bonnie says Eve makes this embroidery stuff so much fun. You will try new projects. Eve gives us all the inspiration to go on, even if we mess it up. Love Eve, all she does. We all mess up. It's not that big of a deal. It'll be okay. You know, the only time messing up is a big deal is when a customer brings something and you screw it up. Oh my God, y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's enough to make you cry. Okay, the thing is, usually when a customer brings something to me, I'm like, okay, where'd you get it? Where did you get it? Because things happen, machines act up, you know, whatever, and I may not be in a place where a seam gripper will work, you know, so I'll go buy it again, you know. And so when a customer brought me $80 bathrobes, 4 of them, and she was like, here, embroider these, and I was praying the whole time, please Lord, don't let these things mess up, because I didn't want to have to go out and buy more Polo Ralph Lauren $80 bathrobes. I just wasn't feeling it. So that was funny, but you know, and it went well. I had no issues out of those robes, but that's the only time it sucks to mess up, but otherwise it's great. You don't even have to worry about it. Tasha Moore says that's an amazing idea. She caught the habit from me. I was terrible about taking everything apart too. I am so far behind in this chat. It's crazy. I'm sorry. Miss Social Deb, I got my mug coming. Yes ma'am, you do. Miss Cat says show me that bottle once more. I had a customer and missed seeing it. I heard, didn't see. I'm right here by Tool World. I'm sorry, Miss Cat. It's right here. It says Safari Charlie Gun Lube, and I don't lube guns, so, but I bought it, even though it says gun, I bought it because I'm thinking guns have a lot of heat behind them. So this should be able to withstand the heat from our embroidery machines, because all that friction, that's a lot of heat. So yes, it does work, and I haven't had any issues out of my machines using it, and it cleans all the gunk and the dirt and the stuff. So I hope I didn't miss you seeing that. I'm sorry, babe. Satara says, I did your baby bib with my baby lock serger, and serging makes it easy, and you know it will not come apart. I know. And someone else suggested to me to serge the baby bibs, but to me, that's just one more machine, you know what I'm saying? And then I would have to get the colors to go. Nah, it's all right. I may give it a shot, but for right now, what I've been doing works, so I've just been leaving it alone. I have the Brother 1034D. Is good to do blankets. That's what's up, Miss Cat. I didn't know that's the machine that you had. Sharon Burdett says, I have people always asking if I do clothing and such, and I tell them, no way, right? I'm going to have to start learning to say no. I have a hard time with that word. Sylvia says, bless your hubby. Yes, him's a good hubby. I love him very much. Social Deb says, I use my serger all the time. Lord, I am going into 20 minutes, y'all. I'm sorry. Use my serger all the time. Love it. I don't like to do alterations for others. Yes, you can get so many people wanting it done in no time for embroidering. Yes, that's what happened to me this week. Purple Rosie says, I feel your pain. The first serger I bought had me in tears and I returned it. I didn't try again for years. Yeah, sergers are worse to me than embroidery machines in learning how to use them, especially if that sucker is not threaded correctly. I don't even want to get into that. You see my face, right? No. So yeah, I'm not crazy about the sergers. Nancy Johnson, thank you. This is why I love your videos. You answer questions and always so much information in all of your videos. I try. I definitely try. And I'm trying to answer all the questions to make sure I get to everybody. So stop asking questions. Because I said I was going to be no more than 15 minutes and here I am is at 20. Sylvia says, great to know and look over. Yes. Sharon Blake says, I love freestanding lace. So beautiful. Freestanding lace isn't hard to do, Miss Social Deb. No, it's not. It is not. So I'm really excited. Did I do the pot holder video yet, KD Tenners? I did not. But that is another one that I was considering videoing because I found a trick. I just haven't tried it yet to make sure that it works. So once I try it, then I'll put the video up. Nancy Johnson, woo woo, freestanding lace. Been wanting to learn that. Yeah, freestanding lace is fun. I'm really excited about it. Bonnie, can't wait for the freestanding lace. Yes. Sylvia says, not fair. Tell us now. I can't sleep. Nope, can't tell you. I am not telling this one. Well, I might. I might change my mind by the end of the video. I might do it. I don't know. Karen Couch, how do you organize your embroidery fonts for display to your customers? I don't. Actually, what I do is ask them, are you interested in cursive or are you interested in print? Okay. And they'll say, I want cursive. Okay, cool. I'll shoot you some examples of what you want embroidered and you let me know which one you want. I'll send them 4. And when they get those 4, if they like them all or don't like none of them, then I'll maybe send 4 more. But I stick to just 4 and let them choose one. I have not had someone not choose one yet. So, you know, I give them choices based on what they want, you know, and let them choose from that. So I don't show a bunch of stuff, because what I found is when I did, because on my website, I do have a section where it says, you know, fonts, right? And a person, if they're like, I don't know what I want, I'll say, I'll tell you what, go to my website. There's a place for fonts. You go look at it. The few customers I did send there, for the most part, they were like, that's too many fonts. I don't know. I can't choose. Here, just pick one and I'll go with what you say. So that's why I pick 4 and send them 4. So that's pretty much how I do that. Sheila Cushionberry, can you do a tutorial on embroidering a name, etc. that's longer than the 4x4 hoop for us newbies? Haven't figured how to unhoop and get line back up, etc. Hope that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, Miss Sheila Cushionberry. I will have to do that because I do that quite often. Oh, wait a minute. Do you have the repositional hoop? That's what I would suggest, Miss Sheila Cushionberry. That will definitely help you. Sylvia Reyes says, I love the craft knife idea. Yes, it is awesome. Totally, totally, totally awesome. And I saw something about those glasses. Solar glasses, bought and resold. Yeah, I ain't trying to hear it. Debbie Thompson says, last October, I made a bunch of freestanding lace Halloween earrings. I got it at Embroidery Library online. I love Embroidery Library's freestanding lace. However, I found a new website, so I'm excited about that. And when we do the freestanding lace video, I will be featuring that website. Miss Cat says, love my press. I do sublimation. Cool. Now, I'm still kind of torn with the sublimation thing. So, you know, that's how that goes. Sylvia says, learning a great idea. Love this chat room. Thank you. Big Hemp, is it the quick connect hat hoop? Do you embroider the 270 degrees on hat? You better not have my hat hoop, Big Hemp. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. I think it might be. I don't know. I don't know. It is by, oh God, what is their name? Oh my gosh, what is the name of that hoop? I just told somebody about it today and I can't think of the name of it right now. Because they also have the tennis shoe clamp, because I want to get the tennis shoe clamp as well. So if it's the same company that has the tennis shoe clamp, and I'm not talking about the people that's been doing the Facebook video for the tennis shoe clamp. This is a different company from that one. I think that's Coleman and something. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about this other company. If that's the same one, then yes, that's the hat hoop. And I don't do 270 on the one that came with that machine. Well, it didn't come with that machine, but I got it with that machine, and it does not do 270 degrees. That's what I want to do and can't do. So, yes. Sylvia says, learn from everyone. We are embroidery divas. Well, we do have some embroidery dudes as well. So, we ain't all divas, but yes, we do love to embroider. Sharon Burdett, Eve, where can I find the pattern or template to the bib you make? I'm trying. The company that I called about doing the plastic bib pattern for me, they're like, the price, I'm telling y'all, I cannot charge y'all that much for this pattern. I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not gonna pay for something, I'm not about to tell y'all, okay, you know what, you can have the pattern, but it's $30. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not. I'm just not. Because what we do has so many expensive parts to it already. I just don't want to add to it. I just don't. So I may have to do these myself. All right. And lately I just haven't had the time to do it. So I may put them on my cutter and cut out the darn things myself. So I'll have to let you know. I'll let you know. If you're a part of the Google Plus group, or if you sign up for the newsletter, I will let you know immediately when I get that figured out. So if you're not a part of the Google Plus group, or if you're not a part of the newsletter, then you might have to wait to find out. So all of my announcements, you can click down below in the description, the Google Plus group. You cannot search for my group. You can't. You cannot search for the Baby's Booty private group. You can't. It's a private group. So please don't search for Baby's Booty on Google Plus. Oh my God, Miss Karen already told me that was tragic. So don't search for Baby's Booty on Google Plus. Please don't do that. Click the link below, the safe way, and get into the group if you want to, or sign up from the newsletter that's below as well. Oh, have mercy. Satara, reach out to me later on the Serger. Yes, definitely will. Miss Cat, I have someone with some choir robes asking me to do. Thanks for re-showing the bottle again. You're quite welcome, my dear. Satara, not the airlock machine. You don't have to thread it. It threads itself. You would love it. Honey, I haven't gotten to that yet. So mine, I have to thread it. Big Camp, I used a gun oil in a sewing machine before, and it ran so nice for a few weeks. Then it got thicker than peanut butter and locked up, turning it trash. Be careful. I haven't had that yet. Not with this. Now, I'm not using this back there. I'm not going to use this on my baby. My big baby, rather. I use these on my little babies. I haven't had an issue. I promise. And I keep them oiled regularly. So if I do have some issues, I'll definitely let you guys know. By the way, I'm not necessarily recommending this because, as you even mentioned, I'm just using this for the first time myself. So let me give it some uses, and then I'll let you guys know if it's worth it or not worth it. So I'll let you know how that goes. No, it's good to say sometime. I'm learning. Sharon says, I purchased a Serger, used it once, broke the needles, and now it's a dust collector. I'm trying to tell you, it has to be threaded just so. It has to be used just so. They are very picky machines. I thought embroidery is not picky. It's those Sergers. They have to be done just right. It's crazy. KD Tenor, tell. Sylvia Reyes, I'm gonna skip that. Sylvia Reyes says, I could send one of my examples of embroidery. Please do. I don't mind. Satara, what fonts do you like the best, in cursive or non? I like what you have shown us in videos. Stitchtopia for cursive. Stitchtopia has my heart. And it's because she has encapsulated the swirls and the flosses and the frills and everything. I've never seen such fancy embroidery, a large collection of it. So Stitchtopia is excellent for those fonts. Other fonts, let's see, who do I use? Applique Corner has excellent fonts, so I would definitely check those guys out. Applique Corner has excellent plain fonts, especially for boys. Like Williamson, I think is the name of one. Davidson is the name of another. They have really good, for little boys, they have great fonts there. So definitely. But girly, Stitchtopia all day long. Big Camp, we all have happy embroidering if you tell you a trip. Kat says, I love my repositioning hoop. I'm trying to tell you, use that. If you don't unhoop and rehoop, just use the repositioning hoop. It'll save you so much drama in the long run. Sheila, no, don't have the repositional hoop. What's the largest can be used on a 4x4? It's the one that I was telling, I was talking about earlier. It's the 4 inches by like 6.5. On Amazon, it's listed as 5x7, I think, but it's really not 5x7. Don't fall for that. It is not 5x7. You can still only do 4 inches of embroidery one way or the other with that. So if it's 4 tall, then you can only do the 6.5 wide. If it's 4 wide, then it's going to be 6.5 tall. You can't go any larger than 4 inches. Don't fall for that. Purple Rosie, no, I don't know of a special onesie hoop. Not right off the top of my head. The fast frames is the best frames I have found for the onesies, but that's on the multi-needle. If you don't have multi-needle, then unfortunately it's going to be holding that onesie open over the top of that 4x4 machine like I've had to do I don't know how many times. Bonnie, where do we get the repositioning hoop? It should be listed in my description, and if it's not, I will put it there because I had it listed somewhere in one of my other videos and I thought I kept it in here. Nope, I don't see it. Guess what? I will put the link to that in my description. And Stitchtopia is down in the description. I do know that. Yep, nope, it's not in there. I will put the link down below. Is it Hoop Tech Hat Hoop? Yes, it is Hoop Tech. Yes, it is Hoop Tech. That's what I want. I'm going to get that hat hoop. Y'all just don't know. I'm going to have it. I claim it. I'm going to have that hat hoop. I want it so bad it ain't even funny. Sharon Burdette says, thank you. You're welcome, Miss Sharon Burdette. I appreciate it. Purple Rosie, how do we get on the Google Plus group? It is in the description below, my dear. If you look, I want to say it's the very first thing. Let me see. Yep, it's the very first link that I post down below in the description. You click that and you can request to get in. Elaine Parrish, welcome, Elaine Parrish. I don't think I've seen your name before. Thank you so much for the videos. You have a way of making me think I can do this. You can do this. You can. I know you can. You can do this. It's not difficult. It just takes time. And once you learn, you'll have it. And once you have it, you'll be like, ah, I know how to do that. You'll have it. It's not horribly difficult to do embroidery. The most important thing is making sure that you're hooping things correctly, using the right stabilizer. I mean, it's just, those are your basics. Okay, once you get your basics down, you'll be good to go. And Sharon says she joined the Google Club. Welcome to the Google Club. Lindsay Mackey, welcome, Lindsay. Can you not make a PDF file of your bibs that we can download and turn? That's so smart, Miss Lindsay. I already have a PDF file. Good thinking. I will have to do that, and I'll let you know. Kat says it's easy to thread. Once you get it, I've had less than a month, so yeah, I don't want to hear that. I ain't thinking about no daggone search. Jody Green, use your referral code at Stitchtopia today. Save that 10%, girlfriend. Congratulations, and thank you for using my code. I love those fonts. Oh My Crafts has nice, pretty nice fonts. Yes, there are a lot of places out there that do have fonts that are really nice for free. You just have to catch those sales. You really do. Sharon Blake says went to Walmart and they had baby blankets $6. Wow, Minky Fabric. Yes, you can embroider on them. Save yourself the drama, darling. Don't make it when you can fake it and embroider on it. The only bad thing is, of course, you can see the embroidery on the back. That's my pet peeve, but sometimes I just don't feel like making blankets, and so I'll embroider on something that's already there. Catherine Keller, my daughter is crazy. She signed me up to embroider aprons for a junior chili cook-off. Cool beans! For my first time out, and I had to use a repositioner hoop, but I love it. Got mine on Amazon. Whoop, whoop. Yes! That repositioner hoop is everything for the 4x4. I'm trying to tell you, because nothing's so irritating that you can't finish a name or something that simple because you're limited. It does suck, for lack of better words. Debbie says Stitchtopia Maya font is my favorite. Yeah, Maya is pretty, but my favorite is Grace Swirl. I love Grace Swirl. That's my favorite. Thanks, Eve. I really want the repositional hoop, so as soon as you put the link in, I'll be able to get it. You're the best. Thank you very much. Oh, I found it after I posted the question. Yeah, Google Plus. How does the referral code work on Stitchtopia? What you do is you sign up. And when you sign up for an account on Stitchtopia, there'll be a place where you can put in a referral code. And once you put in a referral code, you get an additional 10% off of whatever sale they already have. Well, is it 10%? Is it 5%? I can't remember, but it's a certain extra percentage off that you get for using a referral code. So thank you for using that. Eve, what is your minimum hat order? Mr. Brent, I don't have one. I don't have one. I currently have an order right now for 21 hats, and I will be doing those as soon as I log off. So I'm gonna be working all night. It's okay though. Purple Rosie, if you embroider on an already that's why I want that hat hoop. Oh my god, that's why I want it, because I do so many hats. I do so many hats. It's crazy. I don't know what it is about this new hat craze that's going on right now in the North Carolina area. Everybody wants hats. It's a trip. So I'm like, why not get the hat hoop? I mean, it only made sense to me. And then too, because where's the hat? Most of my I already gave him his hats. Most of my customers, they want stuff on the sides, man, and you can't do the sides on the cylinder, right? With that cylinder that came with it. So I use it on the fast frame, you know, but it's I don't know. I'm probably asking for too much of myself, but my thing is, if I can do the job easier, that's what I'm going to do. And unfortunately, sometimes that costs. So, you know, that's how that goes. If I stop seeing others' videos, just see all your videos, my secrets. I'm not telling you that. Purple Rosie, if you embroider on an already baby blanket, do you take it apart to hat? No. No. I'm not taking nothing apart. So no, I leave it all together and I just let them see the stitches. Yeah, so. Big Hemp, I sent you a pic. Yeah, I saw you texted me. I sent you a pic of the bobbin tension disc and my clamping system I use instead of the fast frame. My husband made me a hoop like fast frames out of plexiglass. Go ahead on, Mr. Hubby, with his fixing up stuff self. Let my husband do it. He's like, you can do it. Yeah, I'll do it. So I would have to make it myself. But that's cool. That is really cool. I'm glad you sent me a picture because I would love to see that. Satara says ovation or evolution serger. You don't have to throw. Oh, cool. Very easy as an embroiderer and a sewer. I hated to deal with a serger till baby lock. I don't sell them, by the way. Not a problem. Let's help you get this hat. Oh my God, Brent. No, I'm looking for my bee buddies. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for no hat hoop. Jody Green, you need to go for me for the hat frame. I'll donate. Y'all are awesome, but no. Oh my God, I don't have a GoFundMe. I don't have a GoFundMe at all. So I've been working on doing these mugs. Oh man, I can't show it right now. I got another project for you guys. This one is really near and dear to me that I want to show you guys. It'll probably be Sunday before I debut them. I had something special made for you guys. Well, whoever wants one, because it was just like a pain in my patootie. So I was like, you know what? I think people would really like this. So I hope you guys like them. But I'll debut those on Sunday. I had a viewer help me make these, and I am so grateful to her because it's been a dream. It's been a vision for some time, and she helped make them become a reality. It's not like something over the top, but it's just, you know, something so simple. And I was like, I have got to have these made, and she did them for me. So I definitely look forward to showing you guys that on Sunday. Now I'm going to tell you this other surprise. I mean, it's not a surprise. It was just a video. I really didn't want to tell y'all what the video was going to be about because I don't know, I'm just crazy like that. But I have found in the hoop baby Uggs, y'all. Seriously, they're Uggs for babies that you do in the hoop. And that might come to some of y'all like, oh my God, really? That's what the big deal was. But seriously, Uggs for babies. They are beyond adorable. And I am so excited. She has baby Uggs. She has baby Oxfords. She has baby Mary Jane looking type shoes. I think that's the Oxfords. She has little baby slippers. She has little baby sandals. I mean, she has little baby ballerina shoes. All of them are in the hoop, y'all. They're all in the hoop. I am so geeked about showing y'all this lady's website I'm still working with her and getting everything together. I've already contacted her and told her, hey, look, I really want to do this because that's adorable. She's really excited about me debuting those. But I have to make them first so that I can, you know, get the video together to show you how to make it, right? Because I test run everything. Not that I don't want to mess up, but it's just to make sure that each of the steps make sense and that, you know, when I show you, then you can see. And yes, Sharon Blake, yes, I love them. I love those shoes. So this is the thing. I wanted to do a video of us making some baby Uggs, y'all. I ain't got no baby. Wait a minute. Got a grandbaby. What am I talking about? I'm gonna make my grandbaby some Uggs. Aren't I crazy? I'm sorry. That's so pathetic. I know some of y'all are like, oh God. Trying to tell y'all, I am super excited about these baby shoes, you know. So at any rate, that's all I have for today. It's 8:40. I already went. It's almost 2 hours. Oh my God, my bad. I've been having fun with you guys tonight rather. It's been amazing. I have so much work I have to do. It's pathetic. I have like I said, 21 hats to do. I have 2 green t-shirts for a lawnmower company. I have a shirt and another hat to do. I have another hat to do for a school. I have curtains to take the hem out and rehem. I have oven mitts to do, which those are the mitts that I was thinking about filming and I still may. And I have another set of oven mitts to do. And then I have an embroidery design that I digitized and will stitch it out as a test and show it to the customer to see if it meets her approval. I have so much to do. I have a lot to do. Be sure to embroider something on the back of the hats. I embroider on the sides and back of my hat. Back of my hat with the flat hoop. Yeah, see, and what do you put on the back of pot holders? Which ones? None. Nothing. Not a thing. If you're talking about the oven mitt, the glove, sometimes I'll use cutaway, but for the most part it's tear away. The flat ones, tear away. I don't leave nothing back there. Does the thread melt? No. I don't use nylon. The thread that I use does not melt. But if you did want to use a non-melting, definitely no questions asked fireproof thread, Madeira sells it. It is expensive, but they do sell it because Madeira sells the thread for firemen. To do fireman patches so that their patches and stuff don't melt when they go to put out fires. So yeah, you can do that at madeirausa.com, and I'm pretty sure that link is down below. Tasha, such an awesome Thursday night, Eve. Thank you. I hope everyone has an amazing night. Definitely. Eve, I sent you a message about digitizing a logo for me. I have barely been able to check my messages over the last 24 hours. Ever since I got a recent order. Digitizing is, I can digitize some things. If it's complicated, I don't. I'll refer you to another person to do them. If it's not terribly difficult to do, right now I'm looking at definitely 7 days, possibly closer to 14 days. That's how slammed I am right now. Sharon Blake retracted it and it says poly. Yeah, wait a minute, poly. Yeah, I use poly, but it's a blend. So, I don't know. 80 hats and visors and now 50 hats. That was the other reason why I wanted that hoop. It does visors. This one says it doesn't, which I made it do visors. I made it do it. But that one is supposedly not able to do visors, and I love visors. And I've been getting requests for them, and I'm like, oh, I can't. Brenda Scott, no worries. It's an easy one, I promise. Okay, then we'll take a look at it. If I have time this evening, I'll try and get it done, and I will let you know. Good night until next time. Happy you trying to be first again? You trying to beat me at my own game, girlfriend. So again, letting you guys know, I do have mugs for sale. If you would like to get a mug, just send me a message. Certain ones so far, I've been putting a secret message on the bottom that does not wash off. off. So if you want to get a custom mug with a signature on it, just let me know in the notes of your order and I will sign it for you. But otherwise, you can get a mug and I will ship those out within 2 to 3 days after getting your order. Yes, you did already. You ain't supposed to be bragging, girl. Come on now. That's not nice. So I have mugs if you're interested in one. They are on my website, or I think they're in the link below. If not, I will link it. Also, you guys, I look forward to seeing you live on Sunday. We will go live, and of course, live is just random chat. It doesn't have to be about embroidery. It's all about getting together and having fun. So I look forward to seeing you Sunday at 7 p.m. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. So we will see you then. And have you done a video for the digitizing? No, I do not. I have not. I thought about it. But I don't know. I'm just learning though. I'm learning digitizing. So, you know. Pray for me and looking to upgrade my 6 needle to the 10 needle. Go ahead on, girlfriend. Congratulations on the upgrade. Good night. Thanks for gathering us together. You're so inspiring. Can't wait till next time. God bless. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Paulette Lee says, great chat. Full of knowledge. Good night, even everyone. Debbie Kid, one more question. Come on, Debbie. What's your question, ma'am? Thank you, Eve. Good night. Good night to you too. Howard Hicks, Purple Rosie says good night to all the East Coast peeps. Hey, still sunny here. Yeah, no, it's dark now here in the over here. And all my Texas peeps, good night. Did I remember you right that you have the puff fonts on your website? Thank you for reminding me. I do have Puffy fonts and they will be uploaded to my website for sale, but guess who's been so busy? She hasn't put them up yet. Who would that be? Do we know who that is? Yeah, it's me. I haven't put them up yet. Actually, it's the letter D that I put on that hat. I have the whole font. I can sell that. Praise the Lord. And I have another Puffy font set that's more plain letters. That's going to be for sale too. But guess what? I got to put it up there. So I'll work on doing that tonight. I will definitely work on doing that tonight. So I will be able to let you guys try out the Puffy fonts. So that will be really cool. And you can get the foam from like Michael's, or not Michael's. That was the wrong one. Joann's or Hobby Lobby. But they do have embroidery foam, from what I understand. Just not sure where to get it just yet. Oh, Gnold has it. Gnold carries it online. Really enjoy. Oh, wait a minute. Sheila Cushionberry, thanks for sharing your knowledge. Thank you, Sheila. Satara says, really enjoyed this. And thank you for joining in, Satara. I appreciate your input. Off to sew. Have a great evening, everyone. Brent says, night. Night, Brent. Tell my bees night. Linda Miller, good night. Sharon de Burdette, good night. All Debbie Kid, okay, just wanted to check. I'll keep looking for it. Bonnie Edmondson, good night. All, we'll talk to you on Sunday. Be safe and happy. Catherine Keller, I need to get off my duff. I know, right? And really start embroidering for reals. You inspire me. Thanks. Good night from Illinois, says Miss Ethel. Big Ham, please check your messages. I forgot to add the attachment. I noticed that, but it's okay. Brenda Scott says, good night from Canada. Wow. Don't work too hard, Eve. And you don't work too hard up there. Karen Couch, love this live chat. Got to go. Good night, night all. Good night, Debbie Kid, Purple Rosie. So going to thread my machine and see how much better. Yes, my stuff will come out. Good evening all, and time to craft. And that's it for the chat. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I look forward to seeing you Sunday live at 7 p.m. And until the next time I see you in the next video, happy embroidering. You guys have a great night. See you later. Bye. Oh my gosh. I had fun tonight. I really appreciate everybody. That was really cool.